Episode 1 of The Last Frontier wastes no time plunging us into chaos and cold steel. We open at Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska, where armed guards stand watch as a high-risk prisoner is loaded onto a diverted transport plane. The inmate's name is Havlock, a man so dangerous he's masked, hooded, and chained. But the calm doesn't last. Moments later, a sudden explosion rips through the aircraft, shattering the night sky. The plane spirals over the frozen Alaskan wilderness. Prisoners and guards are thrown around as chaos erupts mid-air. Some are ejected into the wilderness below, while the rest fight desperately to survive. When the plane finally crashes into a snowy field, it's utter carnage. Meanwhile, in the nearby town of Fairbanks, we meet Frank, a local deputy trying to build a quiet life, with his wife Sarah and son Luke. His peace is shattered when news of the crash comes through. Alongside his team, Hotch and Donnie, Frank takes to the skies in a chopper to locate the wreckage. What they find is worse than they imagined: a twisted shell of metal, dead guards, and one wounded survivor who whispers a single word: ambush. Before they can react, a group of escaped inmates attack. A brutal fight breaks out, and Donnie is stabbed multiple times. The surviving officers barely make it out alive. Back in Langley, the CIA gets word of the crash. Senior Agent Jake Bradford briefs her colleague Sydney Schofield, who knows far too much about this secret mission. The truth comes out: the prisoner transport wasn't ordinary. It was a black ops cover for a mission known as the Atwater Protocol, designed to secretly transport Havlock, a former CIA operative turned rogue assassin. For the escapees begins, tragedy strikes. Donnie dies from his wounds, and Frank's son Luke sneaks out of lockdown to his family's cabin. Then, an SOS beacon appears from deep in the Alaskan wilderness. Frank and Sydney head out, discovering a remote cabin belonging to Zeb Weber, an old hermit. Inside, they find more death and deception, but the biggest shock comes when they realize the man they thought was a surviving officer is actually Havlock in disguise. Back in Fairbanks, Sarah tends to the supposed survivor in the hospital, not realizing she's face to face with the very man her husband is hunting. Havlock kidnaps her, cripples communication by destroying the local radio tower, and disappears into the storm. The episode ends on a chilling note, with Frank vowing to bring him down, and Havlock calling to make his threat clear: "You want your wife back? Play my game." The stage is set,